All righty, we are live. What's going on, everybody? It's the One Nation Podcast, 864. I got my guy Mark the Barber on tonight, and my man Jason Green. Y'all know him with King B Fashions, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, really, we're gonna talk about something tonight. I didn't put the topic out there. The fellas know the topic, so I kind of feel nervous even saying it, so I'm gonna read it again. So, fellas, this is the topic. What do women want from us men when it comes to a relationship?
One more time.
Ooh, I'm gonna do it one more time. I hope they can hear it. Ooh, what do women want from us men when it comes to a relationship? I had to throw it back down again, bro. Who want to take the flow first? I got a little bit, but I know y'all got a little bit too. So whoever want to go first, I'm piggybacking. I'm going with mine.
What's good?
What's good, Jason?
Man, a gangster, poet, superhero, freak, thug who volunteers at a homeless shelter, who makes 8 figures, who likes to cuddle and listen about her work day while he rubbing her feet. I mean, you got to be it all. What women is looking for it all, like everything. Like I'm gonna start it off just like that. You got to be everything. Women love Superman, but they also want to get in touch with Clark Kent too. All of that. I mean, you gotta be everything that they need, you need, the next person need, the neighbor, the cousin, all of that. This is a loaded question. We're gonna have some fun with this one. I'm scared and excited at the same time. So
I'm shooting mine outside on my deck tonight. I hope I can get back in my house when it's over. So, with that being said, man, we lost Mark. Where you go?
You see, he already knew what was up. That might be the smartest man in the room.
Hey, man, but real talk. I'm gonna say this, man. What do women want from us? Oh man, let's do it like this. Let's just say, definitely, a friend for first and foremost. You know, when you're in a relationship, your wife becomes, or your significant other becomes your best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna go straight into the friendship. We're gonna go to friendship and go on down the line. I don't know what my guy Mark at. I hope he pop back on, but if not, we'll get him to come back on. But Jason, we're gonna handle this.
Okay. So basically, it's like a man who doesn't need an alarm clock to show up on time for his other. Is basically what it boils down to. They have your best interests at heart. I wrote a couple things down. It's just what I do. That's kind of my mode. Number one, a male with a clear self-image. Like they know who they are, what they stand for, what they're about. Self-confidence. That nobody wants no lacking.
Right.
Man, in any type of area. I mean, you got to be able to speak clearly. As I mess up, how about that? But I mean, you gotta be in tune with yourself to the point where every time you see a female that you're in a relationship with, not every time, the time that you see yourself with a female, they are the direct correlation of you. Welcome back. Okay, cool. He did make it back in here. I see him. I see him. He made it back in. But they like. It's
I think it's
number
internet.
2. Oh, you see him?
Yeah, but I think it's
it's just spinning. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, like a woman loves confidence, but a woman loves a man with a vision. Like you got to know where it is you want to go and how your vision is going to provide for her within you trying to build something. I spoke to my wife about this probably like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Got to have a vision for where it is you want to take the relationship, where you want to take the next day, even today. So that's clearly important. A man with a clear presence of God. Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2, a man with a clear presence of God and who God is in his life. So any man that can preach the kingdom of God and all of that, he done left again. I see that.
Yeah.
That can kind of not alter, but shape the way your family is going to grow, kids, grandkids, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, even for that matter. Any way that you can shift and move them to be the best version of themselves is first by having an understanding of God and all that He has for you. So I think that's important too.
Well, I just want to say, man, you're right. You definitely got to be, but like you said, to go back to something you said earlier,
yeah,
you got to be a little bit. Let's be real. You got to be a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you're in those relationships, and it's it's one of those things, man, where you sit up there and you be like, you know, you got to do it. You now hold up. You may not want to do it, but you have to do it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You know,
yeah,
because
yeah,
yeah, a lot of us sit up here, you know, a lot of times we're just gonna be 100 right now. We're just gonna talk. Like you say, we're gonna have fun with this. So a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
us sit up here
I'm trying
sometimes.
not to ruffle feathers, but you know it's gonna happen.
Well,
So
we don't really want to hear all that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, we understand how your day went. I understand
yeah,
how my day went. But sometimes we just there, bro, just to be there. You know what I mean? And one thing you said that really, really hit home, man, you know, you got to have God in your relationship. And the man, I feel like, and I may ruffle some feathers, but you know, we lead. You know what I'm saying? And the way we do, we lead, and they, you know, it's leading by example. You know what I mean?
no
So,
question.
you know, you sit there, and you know, if you got God in your relationship, you got God that you know that in your home, then I
Hmm.
feel like it's nothing none of y'all can't conquer. You know what I mean? But let's be real, man. Along the road, things happen, you know, and it gets rough. But what they want from us, I feel like you said, friendship, stability, and someone they can come to, man. You know what I mean? Because
Yes,
you know, women are emotional. Some men are emotional too. We're not taking that away from that. But a woman like a safe place. You know what I'm saying? They like a
right.
place they can come in, they can, you know, just vent, let everything off their chest, how their day was, like we were just talking about. Or it could be something they're going through with their mother or with a friend on the job. They need someone to listen to. You know what I mean? And
No
that's
question. That's absolutely right. No, that's absolutely right. When dealing with relationships, when you can learn, and it's so tough because every day you're growing and learning to be the best version of yourself, especially
right,
if you are in a relationship, when you can learn to communicate through a level of intelligence and not so much emotion, it kind of makes things better.
right,
Like, because it's easy to get emotional, fly off the handle when if you just sit down and take the time 10 times out of 10, you really feel like what's going on within reason isn't all that bad. And it could be communicated and gotten over within that night. I think one thing that's important that goes on is uh, never go to bed angry with
right,
the person you love.
right, right.
Like
Never.
never, I mean, or somebody that you're in a relationship with that could turn into love. And I use love loosely because
I
people
mean,
put love on so many different things.
my
But
boy Larry said, "Talk that talk." Larry, watch talk that talk. So we're gonna
but
talk. We're gonna talk that talk, like Larry.
talk that talk Thursdays. That's why we here. Yeah, but no, but for real, like you have to learn who you're with, and that's why I say it comes with a self knowledge, who you are as a person. You know your triggers. So not for nothing, train is an extremely strong word. It's an extremely strong word, but I mean it's kind of necessary. Welcome back, fam. Train is an
Mention,
extremely
man.
strong word, but you kind of have to train the person that you're with to give them an idea of what it is you like, what it is you don't like, and they're going to learn as they go. But if you can set the foundation through communication and whatever you meet on is mutual, which I'm hoping that they found you either in the word or somewhere around there, which I know doesn't happen often, but it does happen. If you can be found and your foundation is set with God, then I mean, I think that smooths out a lot of the rough stuff or whatever it is you may come into battles with that you
Right,
can get over and continue to build because we're all here to build.
right. All right, Mark. Let me ask you something, bro. We
What's
all,
up?
we all. I, first off, I'm married. Jason, you married. Mark, what's your relationship? You married, girlfriend? What you got?
I got a girlfriend, but soon to be. I'm
Okay,
trying to
okay,
get like y'all boys. Yeah,
okay. I like that. I
Yeah, I'm
like
trying to get like y'all boys.
that.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
But check this out, bro. You know, you already know the topic, man. What's something that you try to provide for your lady to make her feel, you know, comfortable and make her feel one with you?
Uh, Probably one of the biggest things is stability.
That, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. I try to like when I first met her, her life it was pretty hard. I don't want to go into detail, but uh, I feel like me being
Oh, his connection went out.
The connection. Oh, okay. All right. I was listening and it kind of went silent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, providing is also an important key.
right.
Like what you can provide. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetarily, but I mean, what intellectually can you provide? What emotionally can you provide? What physically can you provide? It all kind of factors into what women want. What I feel. Excuse me. Let me go back. What I feel women want from
Yeah,
men in a relationship. Potential backed with action,
right.
like that. Like, women have to see the potential in you, because I mean, this is all a vetting process. They have to kind of do their homework on you, search you out. I
Nope.
mean, how relationships start is kind of off of appearance. Is how I would imagine. I've never walked up like, man, I bet they have a great personality. No, not necessarily, but they do their homework on you. Like, they know what it is they see, and then hopefully what they see will turn into what they feel
Right.
over time. So I mean, I think that's another important thing.
Right. You're right. You're right, man. And that's one thing. You're right. Nobody ever walked up. I don't know nobody that don't walked up and be like, "Hey, I love, I love your personality. I love your personality," because you don't even know
Can
that.
I get to the yams?
Right.
But yeah. So nah, but that loaded question. That sounded horrible. I'm gonna take that back. But that's what runs through a lot of men's mind. You know what I mean? We speaking from
Right.
the woman aspect, but I'm not a woman, so all I can say is what they think. And 10 times out of 10, what they thinking is probably what we thinking too. They're like, the only thing he's in this for, which I mean,
Yeah.
certain cases may not be true, but in certain cases may very well be true. But that is knowing yourself, and what it is you're putting out is exactly what you're going to get back on all levels. So
Right. Something you just said. You're right. What you put out is what you get back. And I mean, fellas, I mean, I hope y'all watching or whatever. Your approach means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't. I mean, well, yeah, you can't. With this day and age, you can approach a woman about any kind of way. I've seen it, but let's do it like this: the polite way, I would say. When you're approaching a woman, like when you were just talking about, yeah, it's something that catches your eye about her.
yeah,
And then that lures you to her. Then once you get talked to her, then you see how her personality is. Now, this is the thing though. It may look good to you, vice versa. But if that personality ain't right, get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because what you don't want to do, and ladies, gentlemen, you don't want to, I guess, go into it for that reason, well, the right reason, and then the personality kicks in and you still stick around, and it's time for you to bounce. It's time for you to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But like Mark was saying, I hope we can get him back on too, man. He was
yeah.
talking, yeah, he was talking about stability. Another thing I think is a beautiful thing is in a relationship is growth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know in my relationship it's not perfect, hasn't never been perfect, and we both had to learn. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that we had to learn, come together as one, just to grow as one. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to marriage, and like Jason, no relationship is perfect. We ain't perfect. You know what I mean? But if you got God in that relationship, and on top of that, you guys can come together as one and figure everything out, then it's nothing that can destroy y'all. You know what I mean?
That's the main thing, and I think that's very important what you just said. Nobody is ever striving for perfect. Perfect is only belongs to one, and he's the one who should be holding down your relationship 100. Like,
Right.
that is the only thing that is perfect in your relationship, should be your ability to go to him with all of your problems and solve them from that aspect. There shouldn't be a mama, a best friend, a cousin, none of that stuff. I mean, it's cool to catch advice, but as soon as you get that advice, throw it all away, because the one person or the one thing that you should be going to is the man upstairs, and he will provide all of that for you. He may put people in your life for a reason, to help you through something, and maybe give you an insight, but ultimately the end decision comes between y'all, which is the foundation. One more time, is the
Right.
way you communicate with that person. So yeah, most definitely, I feel that.
That's definitely a big plus. You know what I mean? and like I say, and for anybody chiming in on this, man, tonight, with like the topic is, what do women want from us men when it comes to a relationship? And
Yeah.
like me and Jason was talking about earlier, yeah, we got to play Superman, but you know, Jason, it's some women that play Superman too. You know what I'm saying?
So here's my thing with
Okay,
that.
talk to me.
Situations are always going to happen. Well,
Hey,
not
Mama,
always. Situations will happen where, for whatever reason, they weren't dealing with a true man, and they were put in a situation to where they had to become the more masculine version of what they want to be in a woman, and it makes them get to the point where I got to provide this, I got to do this, I got to have this. And
right?
so that's hard to break down from somebody who has had to be that for
Yeah,
whether it be kids, whether it
yeah,
be themselves. Like, they're trying to make sure that they're protected, which
right,
a real man is always going to make sure that his
right,
woman is protected on all fronts, whether that be spiritually, whether that be financially, whether that be emotionally, all of that. You're going to be able to lean on a real man. I think that's what a woman is looking for, is somebody that they can feel feminine around and not have to be that masculine version. I got my own money. I got my own car. I got my own this. Okay, yes, that is all great. But at the same time, I want you to have all those things. But the vision that I have for you creates space. The vision
yeah,
that I have for us, excuse me, creates space for all of that to be a thing anyway. And now that car just got upgraded. That home just got upgraded because
right,
of the vision, because
right.
of the definite vision of that. So yeah, I mean, eh,
And I can
loaded
see,
question, man. You did me dirty on this one. There's so many different ways to go with this, because I mean, it's all important. It needs to be said, but
yeah,
yeah,
and I'm gonna
what you want to do with it?
I'm gonna tell you like this. When you say the vision, um,
Yeah.
and I think we talked about this at your shop one time, man. You know, we have, as men, we have vision. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But sometimes it takes that woman to give that extra push to see the vision through. You know what I mean? Or vice versa with the man to see her vision through. Because let's be honest, your wife, right? Y'all got you got the snobs, and
Hmm.
she got multiple boutiques. I take
Hmm.
Sade. She got, she got her thing going, and she always helped me. But now I want to help her see her vision through. You know, I want to be the shoulder she can come to and lean on when business don't go right, because she's always been there for me that way. So it's only right that I do, for her the same way. Oh, I think he back in. Hold on, let me see.
Okay. All right.
Hope it worked this time. I done reset my Wi-Fi
And I
router and
don't and I
everything.
don't want to lose what you're saying. Welcome back, fam. I don't want to lose what you're saying, because I was speaking on this a little bit earlier. I'm gonna have to get back to it when I have a more complete vision, but I wanted to put it out there. Uh, the man is the provider in so many different, is supposed to be, and what I feel women are looking for is a man to provide some type of stability for them, but also the woman is more of an incubator. Whatever you give her, she's going to multiply that.
Okay.
Like, she's truly going to multiply that. If you give her a seed, she's going to give you a child. If you give her a house, she's going to make it a home. If you give her if you give her shit, she's going to give you hell. You know what I mean? So you have to be mindful of that when you step into these relationships. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to get you canceled. I don't want to start cussing on here, but I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, you have to be mindful of that, because if you ever want to remember something, tell a woman, especially if you have a vision. If you start to stray away from that vision, she gonna remind you, hey, nah, you said this, that, and the third. And oh yeah, okay. So she's gonna multiply whatever it is that you give her. So why not give her love? Why not give her whatever it is that she needs to put her best version into the world, so that she can multiply that for you and for her, because y'all are building together.
Fellas, we got a comment.
Okay.
Me drumming. She says, good question, because most, well, him.
He,
Good
he,
question.
he,
Yeah,
that's my guy. Yeah,
my bad.
yeah.
Yeah, Jay. Good question, because most of us men don't have a clue. When men do what we think most women would want, it's not enough. It's never enough. So he's basically saying it's never enough. How y'all feel about that? Let me ask y'all this. Have
Okay.
y'all, okay, Jason, this for me and you, this past relationships, Mark, you two are relationship now. Have you ever just gave your all and still it just wasn't enough, bro?
So I've only had one relationship, and I'm married to my wife. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh yeah, okay.
So 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 from that aspect, love you, baby. Um, from that aspect, yes, I have given my all, and I'm continue to giving my all, and it is working. Are there times where I may fall short of giving my all? Absolutely, absolutely. But that is no reflection of her. Therefore, I try not to make it a her issue. Me as a man, I understand that. As I say it repeatedly, I'm not going to bleed on something that didn't cut me for whatever reason. So therefore, whenever I approach her, I have to make sure that it is from a place of understanding for one. Secondly, a place of love. And thirdly, a place of how do we get over this so that we can continue to grow and be better. Now, if you're in those situations, I want you to listen to me, but at the same time, you're going to have to be a man yourself. If you're giving everything possible, because make no mistake, you're 100% responsible for your own happiness. Whoever you're with is a reflection of your happiness. You got to get away from that. Or you're going to have to communicate one more time. You're going to have to communicate what the issues are. And if there's no resolve from the communication that you're coming with, then you're probably going to have to get away with that, or go to another place of reasoning that will help you get over the hump of that. I just went on for about 10 minutes, but yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. Mark, how you feel? You ever gave your all, man, and just felt like it wasn't enough?
Yes, I can say I have, but only because my all it wasn't enough. I gave it my all that I wanted to give, but my girl, when she presented it another way, like I was sat back and thought like I could have did more.
Yeah.
Like it was only because my all what I wanted was just enough to satisfy me and not her. I wasn't thinking about her. I was thinking about my pleasure, satisfying me. Oh, I'm good, but I wasn't thinking, oh, she good or we good? Because if she not good and I'm good, we not good.
You're right. You both got to be good. You're right about that, bro.
Got to
Yeah,
be
no
good.
question.
Got to,
Once you
bro.
decide to become a part of a part of a whole, because
Yep.
two of you together make the whole, you
Yep.
have to think on both aspects of how is this going to affect her, how is this going to affect me, how is this going to affect us. So with that in mind, you start to move a little different, especially
Right.
if the real love is there. People
Right.
use love so loosely, and I hate to get off topic, but people use love so loosely. I love my dog. I love these French fries. I love this. No, no, no. We have to put words like I like, oh, these things are good. Like, these things are great. Okay, I like this a lot. Love should have the ultimate meaning to where, nah, this is life or death. Like, this is, I choose to live for this type. Like, that type of love is what you need to put in a lot of your, or all of your decisions when you're dealing with relationships.
Yeah, when you deal with relationships, man, you gotta. It's my mom used to call it a two-headed monster, two-way street. If you got to be right, but you got to think like, okay, uh, am I doing? Are my actions really? Oh, excuse me, y'all. Something just jumped. So I'm outside, y'all. Stuff jumping all across the place. But are my actions rubbing off on her in the wrong way? You know what I mean? Prime example. Let's say you have a bad day at work. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this before, Jason. You come
Yep.
home and you ticked off, pissed off, or whatever, and she's in a good mood, but you don't even know it because you done brought that work bull BS home, and now it done ruined the whole day. You see what I'm saying? You can't really bring the outside, the negative, into the inside, because in the home, like we always say, it's supposed to be peaceful. It's supposed to be a place where you can let your guard down. You can have those necessary conversations, and it shouldn't be no problem, talking about whatever. Because one thing I know, man, once you let negativity in, bro, you don't had a bad day and a bad night, and that not just for you, but for her too. So that goes a long way, man. It really do.
Keep the multiplying factor in mind too when you say that. Whatever you give her, she's going to multiply. So you might want to think about that, which is, I say, the importance of knowledge of self. I said it in the beginning. I'm going to say it again. Knowledge of self. If you know that you had a bad moment at work, remember that. If you know you had a bad moment at work, take that time to sit in your car for a little bit. Baby, I'm coming in the house here in a second. If you could just give me a minute, I guarantee you she'll understand. But you gotta take that time to assess the day, Make
right.
sure that you're not bringing that into your house before it even happens. She had nothing to do with it. So you got to keep that in mind before you walk in the house. Your kids, they didn't have nothing to do with it. Whoever it is that you love, when I say love, know what I mean by when I say love, you got to make sure that you're not bleeding on them because they had nothing to do with the issue that you had to come in contact with.
Let me ask y'all this, Mark. Let me start with you. What I'm gonna ask y'all, because I know we all done had a bad moment, not a bad day, a bad moment. And before we come in the house, you know, we supposed to, what they call it, woo-saw. You're supposed to calm down. So
Nam Yaho.
I'm gonna ask you, fellas, what's your go-to? So, Mark, let me ask you this: when you get home, let's say you done had a bad moment, and you about to come in the house, present yourself to your lady, and you need to calm down. What's something that calms you down? If you in that car, what's something that gets you mellow?
My daughter. I have a 1-year-old daughter.
Yeah,
Like I can have the worst day, but as soon as I walk in the house, she say "Daddy," she smiles. Like I forget about everything else. Like I can come in a storm and rage, but as soon as I
yes,
see her, it's like pillows, clouds. Like
yeah,
if she just bring out the best in me, you know, she bring out the inner soft side that
yeah,
I don't show to the world public
right,
because you know, as men, we can't be soft all the time. But when I get home to her, like that's my joy.
right.
So yeah, but before my daughter,
Uh-huh.
the way I would side, I used okay. So no one knows this. I'm putting it out to the world now. I used to sit in my car and I used to freestyle.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah, I put
yeah,
on the beat.
yeah.
I'll sit in the car and I'll freestyle. I'll be out there for hours. Even when like stuff wasn't going right with me and her, I just go sit in the car. I wouldn't go. I ain't want to go to no other girl house, none of that. I'll sit in the car. I'll freestyle. She be like, "You been out there that long?" I'll be like, "Yep." Doing
yeah,
what?
You made a
Listening to
whole
music.
album.
Yeah, I make a whole album. It be me and my nephew. I call my nephew. He'll pull up on me. I tell him bring me something to drink because you sitting in the
yeah.
car. You rapping, your throat to get dry. He'll bring me something to drink. We'll sit in the car, listen to beats, and we'll just make freestyles. That's what I did to clear my mind.
Okay,
You know,
that's your woo-saw, bro. That's what you did to clear your mind. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing
right?
wrong with it. That's what, bro.
So as shallow as it may sound,
Oh heck,
I don't believe it is shallow, just for the simple fact I'm grateful. So I'm speaking from a place of gratitude.
okay,
When I get home, I look around at everything it is that I have. I think of everything it is that I have and how none of that is affected by somebody else's, whether it be their own stupidity or anything like that. I look at my house, beautiful. I look at my land, beautiful. I look at my vehicle. I look at my wife's vehicle. I look at the fact that I have a business. Everything that I have to be grateful for, I truly am. And as long as none of that is affected, I can go in my house and be at peace. Because when I get inside my house, have a beautiful wife. She's waiting for me, whether she has my food ready or whether she's just like, you know what, we need to go lay down. I think she knows. There's somehow it's weird, but I think we're to the point where we're connected. Like she knows automatically, and she has the perfect things to say or do to put me in a place where how can you be mad? Like how can you honestly be mad at anything that was going on outside of your walls? So I truly have places of peace, whether it be my store, whether it be my house, whether it be my wife. Like I can go to all of those places and just be grateful. So it kind of calms down and takes away anything I could be negative about.
well,
Same for me. Same for me.
see,
You just said it way better than I would have said
No, no, no,
it.
man. What
But
you
nah,
said is the
I'm
truth
telling
because
you, it's
them
the same
babies
for
is
me.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I got one on the way. She'll be here in July. Shout out to Zora. Mama, you cooking right now. But Pop love you in advance. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
She'll be here in July. I cannot wait to see her face. Cannot wait to see her face. That's another reason to be grateful. As long as my family is good and anything going on in my world isn't have them affected by it,
yeah,
I'm at peace. Like I'm
It,
always in a place of peace with that.
I'm the exact same way. I'm real big on peace.
yeah.
Real big on peace.
Here y'all
And
go.
that's what's up. That's
I,
what's up.
well, I got two ways I used to calm down. I'm gonna just go from the time I wasn't married to children.
Oh
So
shoot.
I wasn't married. Yeah, yeah. So
Whoop.
I had to say this. Like Mark say he's a freestyler. I'm gonna tell mine tonight. So when we was dating or whatever, um, we had different shifts. You know, so when I come home, she's not there. You know what I'm saying? Because she worked retail. She always at the store. If I had a bad day and go lie, I was a smoker. You spark me a black and mild man. I sit out there, and I'm gonna tell you who I used to listen to. Rick Ross, Tears of Joy. That was just my
Yeah.
song. It was
Hey,
it
hey.
just something about that that just did something to me. Okay, fast forward. if I had a bad day and we was married before children, I would just pull up to the house. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily sit in the driveway, but I'd get out the car and kind of linger around the house, like looking, trying to find something to do. But really, I'm just calming myself down before I go in.
Mhm.
But that third one, when I had children, like Mark said, and like you said, you can have the worst damn day ever. But when you see them kids, man, I don't know what it is, but I can speak for, and I'm not knocking my other two kids, but my baby girl, man, it's something about her. Like I can see her in, I could be done had the worst day ever, bro. And I see her, and all she gotta do, and she ain't even gotta say nothing. She can just look at me, and all of it's going out the window, man. And like both of you brothers said, peace is the main thing, and that's one thing that I love more than anything. Because if you ain't
And I
got no,
think women are looking for that too.
yeah, they're looking for peace. We all should be looking for it, but
Right.
it don't work like that. You know what I mean? It don't work like that, man.
Peace, not a peace. Let's get that clear. Peace. Peace in the now.
He said, "Not AP."
I'm just saying. Because that's another thing women aren't necessarily, you know what I mean? It's like, so what you gonna do for me? Well, I'm saying, what you about to do? No, well, you know what I mean? Like you come on now. Come on. I mean, it ties into it, but
I'm crazy. I say any damn thing, you know that. But to piggyback on what you said, ain't nothing wrong with a piece. You know what I'm saying? If you
when you get you a piece of evil, no, knock it off. Knock it off. No. That's why I said this could go really left. No.
Hey, now that's a good way to forget a lot of stuff too. If you're single, if you're not, that's a great way to get away. Yeah, clear your mind. Right
Oh
there.
my Lord. Yeah.
Not lying.
But that's not relationship though, because if your relationship is based off of that, that kind of, I mean, what happens when that goes away? Because I mean, let's keep it real. We're not all going to be young forever. I mean, unless Viagra come out with a milkshake, some of us is going to be in trouble if that's all we building relationships on. I'm just saying. We're going to keep it funky or not? I mean, that's what it is.
Hey, you're right about that though, bro. But real talk, man, all jokes aside, women, they want a lot from us, but when you have your woman, you have your queen, you don't mind giving her the world, man. You really don't. Now, just to go a little bit left, you may not want to do it. You may not want to, but the excitement you see it puts on her face and the love it fills her up with, man, you definitely will go the extra mile for your queen. You know what I'm saying? So, relationships, they want a lot from us, but hey, man, let's be real. But let's flip it right quick.
Okay.
I know we talk about what they want from us, but what do we want from them?
So we are the sum total of all we've been conditioned to think.
We do. Say that one more time, Tracy.
I said we are the sum total of all we've been conditioned to think. So as a man thinks with his heart, it will be. If all you thinking of are certain things that are physical, then that's what you're going to receive,
right?
More often than not. If
Right.
you're thinking mental, the same. If you're thinking emotional, the same. So I mean, you have to really put into perspective what it is you want from yourself,
right,
before you can go outward looking for that, because everything that you've built up, as long as you've worked on yourself, you want a woman in hindsight that has been working on herself just as hard, and gravity is going to pull y'all together, or magnetism is going to pull y'all together to become a couple and then build from there. So basically everything that I want from myself, I want out of my partner. So everything great, none of the bad, because the bad stuff only comes from me doubting myself. So remove all doubt. I want everything great that I'm seeking for myself to be reflective in my significant other. So I think that kind of ties it up for me, what it is. Everything great I want for myself, I see that in a partner. So that's what I'm looking for.
You definitely want a woman who's going to motivate you. I think when I first came in, y'all was speaking on this, like, if I'm slacking off, I want her to pick me up. Like, when I first got with my woman, I've been cutting for years. I was coaching. I was doing stuff, but I wasn't doing everything the legit way. She came in, she pushed me. She was like, you need to get your LLC. You need to finish getting your license. this need to be a business. You've been doing this for years, making money off of it, but now we got to go corporate with this. We're trying to I'm trying to elevate you. She wanted to better my life, and I never had a girl who just told me that like she wanted to help me better my life. So yeah, I had to make her life easier because you helped me make my life easier.
Right.
And that was the thing that like really, because man, I was a player before I met my girl. Like I had plenty, you know what I'm saying? But that what made me really lock in with her. Like, yeah, that's how I knew like this she the one for me. Like she want not only she telling me she want to see me do better, she helping me.
Right.
Like she elevating me, I'm elevating her. That's why we at the point where we are today. But basically what he said, everything what he said plus what I just said.
She's an incubator, absolutely. When I perform ceremonies, when I marry couples and stuff like that, when I'm going through the ceremony, before I even get started, I tell them, love is a borrowed emotion. You have to receive it with the intentions of giving it back. Like as soon as you get it, give it back. And then as soon as she gets it, give it back. And it bounces back and forth. That way there's always love flowing between the two of you. That way y'all start to grow out this world. Anybody that a man is a cultivator, a woman is an incubator. So you're going to provide these things through no doing of your own. This is just what you chose for your vision, but she's going to tune into that vision and she's going to grow that because she sees it too. And all she wants is the best for you and all you want is the best for her. That's how it multiplies. And brother, I wish you much success on everything it is that you're doing, but I'm glad you're in a space where you can find somebody to cultivate with and for, and she can grow that to things you didn't even know was possible. So peace to you for that.
Yeah, appreciate it. Because I'm gonna be real with you, man. Everything you said, Mark, she the one, bro. Because my wife did the same thing. I used to let me see. I wanted to be everywhere. I was doing car detailing one time. I was actually a personal trainer. I'm doing the podcast now. I was doing the shirts, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. She was the one that kind of pushed me to get it done the right way. Like it hit home when you said get the LLC because I was doing things without one, and she made me, go ahead and get one. And what I come to realize, it wasn't that hard to get one. You know what I'm saying? Could have been one. You know what I mean? But that's definitely a big factor, bro. You're on the right track with your lady, man. I wish y'all nothing but the best, bro. Real talk.
Appreciate
and vision. That's what it boils down to. The vision. Like you have a plan for what it is you want to do. God told me and my wife at the same time, I have a lot in store for you. I wasn't seeing exactly what she was seeing. The way I was going forward was like, man, I'm about to get everything that it is that I asked for. My wife was like, in store. We need a store. I'm sitting in it now. Like that was her incubation of the vision. Like she grew this, and I'm extremely appreciative of it because now I have my business in here. She has her business in here. We share a business together, and then we're able to reach out and extend our business to other people anybody who has a creative bone, we welcome them in here, and they now have a place to sell their belongings. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to witness. I think both of y'all are in a great place right now. I know your grind is impeccable, and I appreciate you for that because you push me to be better. Because every day, boy, what this boy doing now, man? Sit down. No, it ain't no time to sit down. You got stuff to do, and you're doing it, and I applaud you for that as well. Let me give you your flowers because you give everybody under the sun their flowers, but you deserve them too, my man, because you get into it. You truly get into it.
I appreciate it, bro. I try to, like I say, man, I got some things in the works with some partners. We try to motivate each other. You know what I mean? I didn't have that a lot coming up, and I always say it when I get not when I get to the point, but when I get myself together, when I get my head right, I'm gonna motivate the next one, hoping that motivates the next one and keep going, man. And that's what it's all about, bro. We got us three brothers sitting up here right now. We all have our own businesses. We're doing good in life. We got our women behind us. And if we can, man, I want to do this again, and I definitely would love to do it probably like every Thursday if you can, Mark, if you can't. But Mark, I wanna shout you out right quick, man, because I actually got word from you through a homegirl of mine, Sarah Linda. And she told me You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. And I'm like, what he do? And I was like, you know what? It don't even matter what he do. But when she told me what you do, and I've seen you on the book now, you know, you cut hair, you coach. Bro, you got your hands in a lot of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I want to applaud you, bro, because you're doing you. I don't know if you realize it, but it's a lot of people watch you, man, and you know they're motivated by what you're doing. So like Jason told me, you know, he want to give me my flowers. I want to give you yours, bro, because I see your movement, I see how you're doing, and I still want to get that podcast with you in your element while you cutting hair and doing it. Because I want my son haircut, and I think you're the perfect person to do it.
Man, I have an extra crispy.
Okay,
KFC ain't got nothing on me.
Okay, there's no shot at his ball because I know he watched it. But right. I want you to get him right, man.
We got one more 88-degree day before I'm coming to see you too. I want the Thomas. This nothing's coming up. No, it's hot. The boy was hot today. I'm like, do I really need this hair? I don't really need it. Yeah, it was real.
But
yeah,
man, this topic can go on all night, man. It's a great topic, and I'm glad you guys was able to come on and we could chop it up with this, man. We actually went a little longer than I thought, and I'm glad, man. So I'm gonna chop everything. And yeah, it's good. It's all good, bro.
I got one more question, dog.
Okay. Oh, give it to me.
I'm sorry. And I want an honest answer from both of y'all. I already know where I would go with it, but I just want to know this from you. What is your take on divorce? What is grounds for divorce? What would drive you to the point of that? Since we talked about everything, I feel like that would probably be the ending or something like that. What would make you consider divorce? If I can go there.
Feeling like I don't have a peace in my own house. That'll be real big. Like that probably would push me the most. If I can't come home and be in a peaceful environment, if I feel like it's like always gonna be something, not necessarily say nagging, because she hate when I use that word, but just not being peaceful. Like that's probably the biggest thing, because and cheating, of course. I mean,
a conscious mistake, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, man. When I got married, and my pastor who married us, is really it's like a uncle to me. You know, childhood grew up, so he's seen how I move. He's seen how she, you know, simple as that. Yeah, I was wild. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I think that, fellas, it's hard for me to say I would divorce her, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've seen a lot of divorces, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen divorces over something serious, and I've seen divorces over some BS. You know what I'm saying? Some things you can work through. But to go off what Mark said, peace is the number one thing. You gotta have that. And I don't want to use nagging either, but you're right. You come home and it's always something that can drive a man totally off, or vice versa with a woman. But I'm gonna tell you one that a guy told me, and I think it would be the one that I would really pick. And I mean, it may not sit well with some people or not, but I know somebody personally that was married for 24 years. And thank God, you know, he moved on. He's in another state now. But come to find out, he raised 2 kids that wasn't his. And he didn't know. And that tore him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking for eyes from the first birthday all the way to the 8th. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't his. But I would say if that would happen, then probably yeah. But at the same time, man, it's just that peace is what you yearn for, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's something you desire. That's something you don't want to have to come home and deal with the BS all the time. Not all the time, man. Come on. So
especially if you're taking care of your business as a man.
Yes, if you're taking care of home, you know what I'm saying, you're doing the right thing, man. Come on now. You don't want to come into that. You know what I'm saying?
At all. You're right. Absolutely. 100%.
That's another topic. That could be dope. You know what I'm saying? I would like to get. I'm gonna tell you what would be fine though. I'm gonna tell you what would be fine. A panel with us three or 3 men and 3 women. Oh
listen,
my!
Well, listen, my soon-to-be
Everybody getting divorced. What the hell?
She love this. Like, she in the back eager right now. She really want to come in here and say something, but she just chilling. But next week, I'm gonna make sure my connection better because I just moved too, so I have new internet and all that. I don't know what was going on at the first beginning, but if we do this again next week, definitely incorporate the women because we up, man. Listen, you'll have some then.
Yeah, you're right.
We might lose that one, but we'll talk.
Oh, we definitely gonna lose with a woman. How many arguments have you won with a woman? Absolutely. What? No, it don't happen. No, absolutely. 1972, 8 o'clock. Do you remember? Oh, well. Oh,
They
all
remember
right.
dates. They remember
I guess
dates.
was I there? Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, fellas. I'm gonna set it up then. So we gonna do it with 3 more women on here, man. It's gonna be dope. Mark, to let you know something, man. Me and Jason did a men's panel at his shop, at his spot.
Yes.
I'm gonna do another one, bro. I would love for you to come through. I'll let you know the date. And actually, Jason, she wants to do a women's panel. You know, and probably get your wife on. That's gonna.
You already know what it is, man. It's no, that's that. Like they have some great insight. Like my wife. I'm telling you right now. Like she's a real deal. I mean, there ain't no other way I could put it. Like she definitely give you some jewels to take, and then she'll give you some things to make you go. So
what I'm gonna do?
Most definitely, I'm down.
I'm gonna set this up for next Thursday, man. So you know, with that
and I said, that's my 5-day. Come on, yeah, absolutely. Come on.
It's been real chopping it up with y'all tonight, man. And I'm looking forward to the next one next Thursday. We're gonna do it again, same time, and hopefully this screen will look a totally lot different with 3 women on it. And we're gonna go from there.
And I didn't get you canceled. I'm proud of that because I was about to go. Yeah, you know.
Now, I don't know what's gonna happen once it really hit the live stream. It may be some. Oh Lord, because I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? So
we're gonna have padded clothes. I'm gonna make sure you go get your King Me padded shirts, King Me padded hats. Make sure you get all that stuff on there. Yeah, I'm with it all. Nah, but definitely, always appreciate the look, man. You already know what it is. Every time, there's always good energy. I appreciate you, Mark. Nice to meet you, fam. Look forward to many of these. Thank you again, though, Times. I appreciate this, man.
No problem, man.
You too, man.
That's good, y'all. And that's Mark. You got anything you want to say, bro, before we get out of here?
Nah, just shout out to Uncle Mark's mentor. You know, I got a mentor program too. Any kids,
I'm watching.
From ages from we really start. I would like to start at middle school on up, but I know it's some elementary kids who need the mentoring too. And we do a lot of different stuff in the community, man. So if you know any child who's struggling or just need advice, like we love to help. I got plenty of men in my program who just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Good people, good genuine people, and I would like to. For y'all to come join, you know what I'm saying? Just come to some of my meetings, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, any topics y'all want to talk to the boys about, like I would love for y'all to come speak.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this, bro. We starting.
Let me know.
We starting something similar, man. It's called the King's Table. Kenny Moore and my partner Andrew, man, and we just not getting off our feet, you know what I'm saying? Getting this thing together. So maybe, man, it's a connection we can do down the line, bro. Because we trying to
for sure.
Get to. So it's all love, man. It's all good, fellas.
All right, man.
All right, fellas. The One Nation Podcast 864. We signing off. Peace. All right, fellas.
My